do it.
Hello. We're here for the fourth match, and the first match with one of my AIs.
Yep.
Centurion last game was one of your AIs, wasn't it?
Yep. That was an impressive battle by both competitors, but now Phil is up. We'll get to see how his AI competes. So,
yeah.
Let's start focusing on competitors. So, tell the audience about how you came up with this idea.
I just kind of, I played a game, and I would literally pause the game between every action I did, and then put it in the AI file.
But why
Hittite? It's just been a learning experience, really. I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. It might do better with digital per, but I feel like I'm never going to learn if I don't try.
Now, is Hittite one of your favorite civs to play for AFE1?
Yeah.
It's great.
Nice.
Looks like your AI had a good granary placement here. Got some deer and some berries going. Your competitor has his barracks up and got some berries going.
Yep. It'd be interesting to see how many vills they got. PhilHighland should only go up to 10 vills before going to age.
Looks like you got a good extra set of berries if your AI finds it.
Yeah.
It'll all depend on, luck, whether you're...
Hopefully he won't have to, because he only makes 10 vills in the Stone Age, so...
Yeah, that's...
He should go up, should help him go up with just those berries. And then he makes more vills. I think he goes up to... I think it's 28 vills he goes up to. I think in Tool Age, he goes from 10 all the way up to 28, but...
Yeah, that's...
Before he goes to Bronze Age, I think.
Quite the difference from, previous competitors. You had one that was 8, one that was 30, and then Immortal Greece was kind of in the middle, right? And then Egypt, I forget.
I start with only 10, but then I go up to more later. So that is different, yeah.
Looks like you're going up here.
It's to try and make sure that they definitely don't get stuck in the Stone Age, but then they can get farms in the Tool Age, so I could make more vills and not worry about them finding the resources. That's the idea.
It looks like you're already going for an early attack here.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy with how this is going so far.
This could be an early win. Victory. The quickest victory that we've had yet.
Yeah, I'm happy that they don't always attack that, but especially when look how far off they are from each other. I'm surprised they attacked already. So that will be my per file. Seems to be quite aggressive then.
The question is, will an emergency caveman come out and start?
But they should have armor. Let's see if the armor's researched on them, because then that means their caveman will only do 1 damage.
So this is kind of like the Immortal AI from the previous. You attacked pretty early.
Yeah.
And
I didn't expect them to attack already. Actually, I think they normally attack a bit late. I'm glad that they attack. I always want them to attack early, they just don't always do it. I'm glad they did. Because otherwise it feels like a waste to make them, They are forever attacking that. At least it's custom wood,
Yeah, that's always a wood when your competitor, it's a waste in their wood and their villager just keeps on coming back to repair. Something that no creator wants to see is, the waste of wood. But good for the person who's winning.
Yeah.
They probably do more damage with the waste of resources that they do right there, because otherwise they would be killed or something. But I don't know if that's true. That's true for AFE1, but not true Well, these clubmen might be attacked by these towers, so this is
Well,
a
they've
good.
been doing it for a long while, haven't they?
Yeah, so this is a good for the Hittite here, but bad for Yamato. But they're getting this archery range up. We'll see if they start providing,
They might be going up to Bronze Age, or they might be making some bowmen first.
Got some axemen going in there. Do they have any bonuses? They got bonus armor.
Yeah, they made that before they did the Axemen. And the idea is because it's +2 armor and Axemen do 3 damage, that means clubmen do 3 damage. Enemy clubmen would only do 1 damage then. So you have to hit it. So that's the idea behind that. But
still haven't found these berries over here.
I guess it doesn't matter because they're farming anyway. The key, I'm glad that their villas haven't got stuck on the farms. That's the worst thing when you make those farms.
Oh, it's pretty evident which AI is going to win at this point. It might be a little early to pause, but it certainly looks like...
I'm happy with how it's going because I think this is one of my weaker ones. But it does depend on how it does in its tools, because if it just sits at home with... some games it just sits at home with 4 clubmen and then upgrades and gets the armor. It was just a waste of resources just to laser bronze age, you know what I mean? So the fact they attacked really helped, because even though they only kill 1 villager, wasting a whisper is definitely having an effect. It's also preventing the enemy from attacking with the defense as well. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, isn't it?
Yep.
As well.
There's
a lot of towers going up, I must say.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I don't know.
They really want to defend those berries, and there's only 2 left. It's weird because sometimes the AI builds towers around its base, and other times it just builds them all in one clump. I don't know what this has though.
Looks like you went
up. I just
up.
hit Bronze Age.
Bronze Age there.
Yeah. If you hit F11,
yeah, that's a good point.
28 minutes. So that's quite slow, but considering all the vills and army they made, I guess it's okay.
Got a feeling that this tower's going to kill your face.
Yeah. But they only cost 50 food each, right? So it wasn't too expensive.
Plus, you got another villager there, and
yeah, they've definitely paid off. Because every villa costs 50 food as well.
Now, are these cavemen retrainable or not retrainable?
I'll check. I don't think they retrain. Let me see.
Well, you've got your chariot archers in here.
I think the idea is to just make a few to attack and then to go up. Let's see.
This game is becoming more one-sided every single moment.
Yeah, I'll check it. Don't remember. Well, they don't retrain them.
Okay. Well, if it weren't for these towers, this game would have already been over.
They don't retrain the chariot archers either.
They do not. That's because they go.
That's what makes their Bronze Age quite week. But
the
idea is to then save
horse archers.
The idea is to go
right.
Let me think. Yeah, they go for horse. I think it's because their focus is then to go up to Iron Age, but it does mean that they can throw a game by. I've seen them where they do a tool rush and do loads of damage to the opponent, and they get Bronze Age first as well. And then the opponent hits Bronze Age, and they make a few chariots and they're winning, but then they stop making army, and the enemy counterattacks and they've got no army, right? So trying to be greedy enough to go up to the Iron Age is their issue sometimes, but This game seems to be going well. Although
Yeah.
those villas are going to throw themselves
Oh,
into the tower. That's a lot of towers, man.
this is a crazy. Are they supposed to build this many towers inside Immortal Yamato?
It might be a similar sort of bug to what yours had, mine is.
That's what I was wondering.
Let's see how many they're supposed to build in Tool Age. 1. That's the research. Oh, they're only meant to build 1.
They're only supposed to build 1 in Tool's Age?
Yeah, then lots more in Bronze Age.
Well,
so they've had their bug where they... So it looks like my AI made them bug out with the attack. It's probably they couldn't afford to build it because the wood they were spending on repairing, and then they skipped it.
Yeah.
So if they've got a market, have they got an archery range or a stable?
Right there.
No, they have. They've got a range and a stable.
Yeah.
But they still got... I feel like the tax sort of bugged them out or something. It's a similar bug to what yours had, isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah. Well,
these characters aren't going to do well against the towers, but they should go up to...
What's their range is 8?
Iron Age. Yeah, so it's just... The problem is the AI is stupid and they run into the minimum range, aren't they? Oh, they're in Iron Age. That was quick. You see, it's only make a few chariot archers and then they go to Iron Age.
This game is over.
Yeah.
But I'll call it when you want me to.
Because they're in Tool Age and I'm in Iron Age.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Those horse archers are killing the towers as well. They're pretty
good.
They do a lot of damage, more damage, don't they? Yeah.
Yep. They did. That was certainly a good round.
I'm hoping that Immortal Yamato won't bug out so much this time, because that might make the game more interesting, right?
That was a good first round for your AI.
Thanks. I'm really happy because I was worried about this one being a bit weak, but it's certainly that's one of the better games I've seen from it. It's not just what you're against, it's also what strategy you're against, because it's not always about like what's objectively... Sometimes there is no objectively better strategy, it's just what strategy counters what, right? Like Cheeky's a pretty good AI, but I think that against Centurion they probably would have struggled, so it gives Cheeky more of a chance to win the tournament, I think, with Centurion out. But then Immortal Greet's the other issue, because they're another Hoplite one. Hoplites just counter swordmen. They're just like better, aren't they? Swordmen are not very good in vanilla. Here we.
Yeah, it was definitely a good game. I'm hoping to see some more good action here.
Yeah, you're getting quicker at that, doing that. It's good. Right, here we go.
Second. Right.
I'm really happy with how that went. It shouldn't bug out too much in stage because it doesn't go for that many bills, so it shouldn't need to even find more than one berry bush site, you know? But it didn't last game, did it?
Let's see what the berry bushes look like this game. Got your gold pit there. Hasn't found the berries yet.
Yeah, that's not good. I hate it when that happens, when they mine gold in the stage because they build the pit on the gold and then they start mining gold in the thing. I hate that. You can't seem to stop the AI doing that.
Well, guess what? Your enemy is doing the same thing as you, so...
yeah.
Sometimes when these berries are on the corner like this, it makes it harder.
Yeah.
But they've got it. They connect. And
they found it.
Yep.
Oh, and I've got the granary, so they must have found it, yeah. You want me to have a look at the profile?
The Yamato profile?
No, mine perfect, because I made my own, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. Tell us a little bit about it.
Let's have a look. So its minimum town size is 10 and maximum is 30. It's got max farms as 12. Grade to tool age ASAP, yes.
That 15 to 30 is a little bit different than standard, isn't it? Because standard
10 to
was
30. Let me see what's like. Let's have a look at aggressive no defend.
that's minimum town size is 20 to 25, right? Or I forget what the default was.
It's 15 to 20. Mine's 10 to 30.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So
I remember that.
It's smaller minimum and bigger. It's kind of similar. It's like 5 smaller minimum. So it's a smaller minimum, but also a bigger maximum.
This is a little bit worrisome. That I was afraid that Yamato wasn't going to build their granary here because
they might be trying to build it outside the map or something.
No, I think that the berry bush is so close to the town center that
right, I see.
they're not going to build that granary. So
but at least they've got a back, so they have a second building to go up, right?
So I guess the question is, without the ability of researching power, if they will just skip them.
It might do them a favor, yeah.
Maybe. So it looks like you've hit Fool's Age here. We're going to start seeing your farms go up.
Yeah, I do like my farms, don't I? I make a lot of them.
Yeah, I think they're an important object. This is becoming one-sided again.
I worked hard in this AI, so I'm glad it's not too weak. I think I had some... To be fair, a lot of the tests I was doing on like 25 times speed, which probably makes it bug out more, so... Being on 4.0, I guess... And I think the slowest I tested, if it was on 8.0, this is probably the first normal speed game, or almost normal speed game that I'm seeing it, so... Maybe it isn't as weak as I thought. Because one thing I've noticed is the more you use the speed thing, the later up times tend to be. So obviously, if it's going to try to go for a quick island, that being slow can make it significantly weaker than it should be, I guess.
So Fool's Age for Yamato here, they finally went up. They're building their...
Check the villager count, because it might be that they have more villas.
They've got the vill count?
Yeah.
14, 13.
Yeah, so they've got one more villa. So I've only made 3 villas since hitting 2 age.
So it looks like they got a granary somewhere because they have a...
Yeah, they must have built you on a...
How
they must have built you on a berry bush.
Oh.
But yeah, they got them. There you got them there. Yeah, and sometimes looks like I'm going to attack again, or I'm doing long distance because I see on the mini map yellow. It's going up. Oh no, it's just long distance going. Oh yeah, this time it looks like have I made any clubmen?
I'm right over here.
Yeah, but
they're kind of
seem to be later to attack this time. Well.
So this might be a more interesting fight for you. You must be close to getting Bronze Age by this point.
Yeah, it could be. It's interesting how I've not attacked this time. But I guess we are further away. No, we were far away last time. I think I just haven't found... We've just not found each other, right?
Researched Axemen now. So the question is, will Yamato...
Because Axemen are just a waste of resources if they're just going to sit in the base, aren't they?
They won't stand a chance against upper age soldier.
Yeah, so it's useless just leaving them in the base. So it's about who gets Bronze Age first, isn't it? Who do you think will get Bronze Age first?
I think that they'll be close, but I'm thinking you're going to reach it first. I've been usually kind of wrong about that type of stuff because it looks like they're building their houses, so it makes me want to believe that they're researching it. but you're researching it too, I think. It's going to be really close.
There's the extra farms and stuff, I guess. But mine does make lots of vills before going up. Check the vill counts now, because it was 13 to 14. Check the vill counts now.
21 to 18.
Oh, hang on. Mine might only make... Yeah, I think it goes up to 28 later, and it goes up maybe to 21 in. I think this goes up to 21 in Tool Age, and then
so
up to 28 in
Bronze Age right there for Yamato. I was thinking you're going...
there first. You see, this is what happens when they make X-Men but don't attack, because it was just a waste of... You got the upgrades where it's just a waste of food, right? This is the sort of thing that makes my think this AI is quite weak, is when it just sits in its own, it's just a waste, right?
So this is kind of...
It hurt it more than... Making those X-Men did more damage to my AI than theirs.
So this is kind of a scary type of outcome here. But you got the houses coming up, so you must be researching it.
Yeah.
21 to 23.
The issue now is I don't make much army in Bronze Age, so I'll be quite weak. So it's about how aggressive they can be before I get.
Looks like they researched Wheel, which really speeds up their villagers.
Yeah.
They look like.
But as Yamato, they're already fast as well, so it's even faster now. Cavalry. They've made cavalry.
That's starting to look scary there. But you're inside bronze.
Yeah.
No need to fear just yet.
Yeah. Let me check how many. Let's see how many chariots I make. Or do you not want to spoil it?
No, this is good for everyone who's viewing, and might be interesting for a person who wants to create a future AI. So, what type of strategies are out there? You know, what works, what doesn't work. No. Look how many.
I only make 4 chariot archers before going to Bronze Age. So it's really very little army in Bronze Age, right? Tries to almost skip it. It's interesting. It's 4 clubmen in Tool Age, then 4 chariot archers in Bronze Age, then quick up to Iron Age, and then the main army.
I'm a little bit
afraid
for you at this moment, because I don't see any.
So now the X-Men decide to attack. Terrible.
I think they're starting to go for you.
I just found it. Oh dear, that's a lot of cavalry.
They're going to start going for you, I think.
I think I just found your AI, which is why the X-Men attack's so late at this point. It's scary because I'm going to make 4 chariot archers. I need to get to Iron Age fast before I make. Don't retrain them either, so it's just 4.
That was a good...
It's 2.
They almost found you there. If that one chariot hadn't been sacrificed, they would have crept up on you over here.
Yeah, let's just pretend it was calculated. Let's see what I do before I go to Iron Age. Okay, so 2 chariot archers, 2 more chariot. I do get up to Iron Age, but I'm gonna be screwed.
This is over, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Because even if I start making Iron Age units now, right, I'll be dead, so just starting to make Iron Age is really good. Even if I hit Iron Age now, I'm still dead.
Well, I think that's G, but...
Very different to the first game.
Well, you played... Yeah.
And the key difference is, when they attack into it, they do a lot better than they do.
If the cavemen had attacked inside the earlier age, they would...
They would have... Or if they didn't make them. You see, because if there was a way to program it, what I'd do is I'd say, only make the army if you're going to attack with it. If you're not going to attack with it, don't make it, just go.
I'm calling it here.
Yeah, it is over.
All right.
So actually, the first game I destroyed them. Second game they destroyed me. Neither was that close, really.
Yeah.
So I just see, it's very this AI of mine's quite hit and miss. It really depends on. Are we going to see another 5 games one? Is what I wonder. It really depends on what they do in Tillage, I think. I think my new AI is quite similar to that. Since Cheeky and Suma are the opposite, those two are very greedy, where they don't really do much in Tillage.
So this might be a good map for you because they're fairly close and Caveman will...
I think they have to. You have to find the opponent. AI seem to find the opponent with a villager before they do any attacking with military, right? Because I think there is a way to make military explore, but it's not like default. It's like, and when you make your own AI, you'd have to specify that. Otherwise, if you don't, then it will be the default as well, right? So I think that's the issue, is that only villagers are exploring. And villagers, there's an SN that says once you've explored a certain amount of the map, then stop exploring with villagers, right? And if you've not found the enemy by then and you don't explore military, you're kind of screwed and never going to find it.
So it's 1-1 right now. I mean, but just like inside Centurion versus Immortal, inside
it might be similar sort of heartbreak. We'll see.
This could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, this looks like a good thing for your AI, getting those axemen in there, and you're like next door neighbors. But why is there a house in the middle of nowhere? That is the question.
I've never seen that before. And that's from Yamato, so that's using like the default perk.
Well, why in the world would you ever do that?
It's clearly one of those rare bugs, because I've never seen that before.
That's one of the most stupid things I've ever seen. But I'm going to try to ignore it. Meanwhile, they don't have their granary up.
For some reason, I feel like that house was something to do with that. I don't know why. But last game they didn't. It's almost like they built the barracks before they built the granary. Because last game they were late to get. Or have they done the far granary again? Maybe somewhere else.
That is one of the most. My thought is that granary. They wanted a granary to go up here.
What's that down the bottom left?
Oh my!
There it is.
They couldn't. This guy built a granary, but I feel like they wanted to build a granary up here because of all these gazelle. But they ran out.
You can't put gazelle meat in the granary though. So.
Yeah, that's true. I just have no idea. What is this?
It's very strange, yeah. But that's why they've not got it on the main berries, because that's the second time they've done that. Last game they did that as well, but they still won it, so... I definitely prefer my placement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be right back. I need to use the toilet.
Alright. Meanwhile, back in this game, Yamato has a good berry placement with some wood going on there. The barracks are up for both players. I think this is a fairly close match at the present time. Odd placement of the granary, but good inside the second age, I guess, if they want to use these berries for whatever reason.
Back.
Welcome
How's
back.
it going?
I was just explaining, giving an update on the granary and how this might be advantageous in the second age if they want to come over and use these for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the first berries aren't that far from the TC, but...
Yeah,
so
this is a
much
better, but in the long run, why the second...
Luckily for my AI, it does a lot of farms. Looks like mine might be going up. Oh no, that's theirs.
What is this?
It's bizarre, because it still has no city plan, right? So it's not like you can blame the city plan on it. It's a strange thing.
So you must have gone up the second age here. Yep. Whoa! That is just as bizarre right there, I would say.
It's weird, it's something like this map generation's confused the AIs. That's all they can think. Because they're building strange positions.
This barracks here just concerns me, I think. Because it feels like it's pretty far from these guys.
Yeah, but I think it's more about whether I don't think either vills have found each other, have they? Because normally they explore with vills, but
the longer that they hold off, the more that I worry for your AI.
Yeah, my AI does have to attack. This is why I was really happy. Do you remember I was quite surprised the first game when they attacked so early? Did you notice my reaction? I was like, well, I'm glad, but it doesn't happen often. But
I'm up for more matches after this if you're still up for it. If not,
yeah, I am actually. I'm excited. We get to see my new AI in action after this.
Oh, that'll be interesting. So the question is, will they attack? That is the main question. I don't like seeing this. That very much.
Yeah, they're stuck.
That very much concerns me.
Good for them.
Ooh. Just kind of on edge here. This is the crucial point of the match, in my opinion.
I feel like it's almost like when my AI attacks, it attacks immediately. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is very concerning. They've reached.
Looks like I'm going to die to cavalry again to me.
This looks like a cavalry death. To be honest, I was hoping for more, I guess, more different AIs to make it to the second round rather than Immortals making it to the...
They're pretty good, aren't they? Yeah, so it's something, it does motivate us to prove ours.
Yes, I think that it depended on the map generation about how the AIs would attack and who would win, almost.
So they're close, which means they're close, right? And by the way, I forgot to say, my newest AI, I didn't actually do my normal thing where I play and pause. I just made that one up.
Oh.
So that's what's unique about the newest one. I just used the AI builder thing, AI edit thing, and the per editing. I just made it up on the spot without playing.
Ooh.
That's what's unique about that new one.
Well, we'll have to see how it goes. I know that you're excited about it.
You see what I mean? Now the towers are still all in one place. They're kind of around the kind of base perimeter. And sometimes it does that, and sometimes it builds more in one place.
I think that having so many towers before you build your cavalry is stupid because
it just delays them. Yeah.
You need to have.
But it's looking scary because I only make 4 chariot archers.
But do you have? You've got one right there. I think that's it for you.
I think I have more than one range though. Yeah, well, I am attacking them, but it's when they've got cavalry. It's a bit late, to be honest. Very late. I expected an attack. Sometimes, like the first game, they attacked before they even had axemen, right? They attacked with clubmen. They were attacking with clubmen for a while before.
So this is
so the 4 chariot archers is not going to be good against this many cavalry that come.
This was at least it was a closer, I guess.
Fighting it there. At least they being kind a bit.
This is a closer match between these two.
Yeah. Because last time I hit Bronze Age and I was like dead. Yeah.
Neither player's out of the game yet. At this point.
Agreed. I just want to get to AI gets powerful once it gets to Iron Age, because it tries to be really greedy in Bronze Age, which is quite risky. It seems to be riskier than skipping the Bronze Age. Seems to be a lot riskier than skipping the Tool Rush, right? Like to not Tool Rush is not too big of a deal, but to not make many bronze units is quite a big deal. Because Iron Age is so expensive, you don't just need all the food you need to store as well.
I'm afraid. Oh, what's going on?
They're farming away at least. Are they retreating? I thought the temple over there did me a favour really, because it's delayed the attack on the bills and that. Now they're back to go. I'm not sure what to attack there.
I don't think the game is up. I mean, it's probably up, but I don't want to end it before it's...
At least some farming away here, but it's starting to look back there on again. It's because I have seen some crazy comebacks, so...
Yep. I mean, I was thinking that there was a possibility that Centurion could win some of those still with the comebacks, but it is the longer that the game.
Now it's looking very bad.
Yeah, this is getting
crazy because the farmers were kind of keeping you in the game somewhat because they weren't going. They kept running away and not going for the farmers, and that was a chance to get to Iron Age and then do okay. But
well, you could still make a comeback here.
I've got a bunch more down here.
Now it's...
Immortal Yamato is looking pretty strong as well, to be honest. I told you that because they're designed for the hard and hardest difficulty, the Immortals. So it's supposed to be good. But Immortal Egypt I was not impressed by.
Yeah. Any one of our AIs could do that. Are you ready to call this?
Yeah, this is over. Okay. I mean, it was pretty over before, but I just thought, well, sometimes the AI enemy can be really stupid and throw the game, can't they? So I was hoping that the cavalry would spend forever attacking the temple in their base and let one get to Iron Age or something. Yeah. But now it's over. But the timeline says it.
So it's...
Yeah, this is like the weakest of my 4 AIs, but the first game, it looked really strong in the first game, didn't it?
Yeah,
it's 2-1 now.
I was impressed with that, so we'll see what happens during the last of the games. Well, in this next game, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
That's not the proper language.
But it probably will. It does look. I think it just depends if my attacks until the age again. Really.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's the last game. I want to say that the next upcoming game.
That's what allowed them to, because they remember the first game they even got to Iron Age. They were in Iron Age when the enemy was in Tool Age, weren't they? But the enemy did bug out. But I feel like it's partly because of the attack that happened.
So it looks like you're going. your AI will be next to the.
Yeah, it's starting to look like we're losing. A lot of our AIs are dying to the Immortals. It will still be interesting, even if we just have like an all Immortals semi-finals. Like, it will still be interesting to see which one's the strongest. Who do you think would win out of Greek and Yamato and Monero and all that?
Greek was pretty strong.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
I think Yamato's better than Monero as well.
Oops. We forgot to move the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a.
I think Yamato's better than Minoa, but I think Centurion would have beaten if it didn't bug out. I think Centurion. Without the bugging out, Centurion's a lot stronger than Minoa. I think Minoa's pretty good though, definitely a lot better than he. But I think Yamato seems like the second strongest so far.
Yeah, I think that Greek was strongest because of the fact that he was fast going up, and
all the hoplights, yeah.
So, are you predicting a Yamato victory here?
I am, based on the fact that, in my experience, my AI doesn't attack enough. I think it's to do with I think it's actually, if you want to make your AI more aggressive, I think you actually want to increase the exploration SNs, because often it's, you'll have really aggressive SNs for military, but if they never find the opponent, then they don't use it, right? You've got to find the opponent to attack them. That's the thing in Navy too, you don't actually have to find the opponent to attack them, because you just do you can do town size attack, where they just increase the town size to the whole map, and then they go over the whole map and stuff like that. But so yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I still like watching this type of fight though, but it's troublesome because
I do have a chance, because the first game showed that.
I'm worried about your AI because of the fact that he hasn't found the berries, but he's got the gazelle with no berries. What is going on there?
This is making me think that the exploration essence might be the most important essence of all.
I think it is. This is fair. And why isn't he sending more to the gazelle rather than just focusing on wood?
I don't know, to be honest. I've been experimenting with the gathering percent. Have you ever noticed that the gathering essence don't actually seem to do anything?
But we weren't checking your opponent, and guess what? He hasn't found his berries. Oh my.
What's that on the right then?
That's a storage pit.
Alright.
Whoever finds their berries first wins.
So we need to. I think the key with the profile is just better exploration.
Make
it so the Vilt they never, because there is the SNs, you can make it so they explore a part of the map and then they stop it. You should make it so they have to explore the whole map with all that stuff, so that they keep going.
But if I had to say anything though, I would say that this would be a victory for your AI, because it's never going to be. Yamato's never going to get their berries. They're never going to find any because they're too far away from the berries. And they're not.
Will mine get to berries?
Well, at least they're getting the gazelle.
Sure.
These guys are suckers over here. They just.
And if that happens, that means it's actually going to 5 games again.
Yep.
I wonder if I'll have a similar upset to Centurion where I lose
This is a very frustrating type thing for any programmer to see.
Yeah, this is the default per and the official yes. So this shows that even the official AIs can really bug out, right? Yeah, at least I'm getting the result. And I don't make many vills, so I should be saving food once I've got 10. Check how many vills I've got on achievements. Yeah, so I'm saving for 500 food now. Hang on, I've not got the second building, right? I need the second building to go up.
Yeah, you don't have your second building yet.
Because I haven't found granary. I haven't found berries. Oh, they did find berries.
Did they?
I just saw a granary.
Yep. So this could change everything here.
Yeah, looks like my AI is screwed. No granary means they're stuck in. Let me see, because I don't think they make a barracks until they're already up.
I almost call this match a technical defeat, a glitch in the kind of what
your AI, but Centurion also lost because of that, didn't they?
Yeah, that fourth match that skipped aging up.
Oh, mine will make a barracks. Mine will make a barracks in Stone Age, but it's after granary in the list. So I should have just used auto build drop sites and took granary out so they could make the barracks. Whoops. I think Immortal's up. I think the barracks might be up because they didn't have that until now. They didn't have that before.
But I think this is the right format where, up until now, the community really hasn't seen a really competitive AI fight like we're showing here. This is something in its own type of, for Age of Empires 1, vanilla, where people haven't recorded something like this before, where AIs are competing like this for Age of Empires 1.
Yeah, that's true. No one's ever done this before. That's true. I didn't think of that. We're the first to do this.
So this is...
Because the Computer Wars tournament wasn't recorded like this. So.
Right. So this is...
back then the internet wasn't good enough.
So this is something that we're both hoping will grow, where it's just not our AIs inside the tournament and, some really old AI.
Even if it doesn't grow, I am enjoying it anyway.
Yes,
that's all that matters.
Yep,
doing yourself.
Hopefully we see a couple more people get into the scene.
Sometimes I don't want things to get too big because of a little close-knit community. I've been parts of communities in the past, like forums online and things, discussion forums. And I've been there when the forum was new and there was just a few people and friends and it was all friendly and nice. And once it got to a size where there was thousands and thousands of people, it wasn't as, friendly anymore,
I guess that's a truth.
I want a community to get bigger, but I wouldn't necessarily want it to be too big. It's a bit like fame. I wouldn't mind being a bit successful, but I wouldn't want to be one of the most famous people in the world. I wouldn't want that kind of a situation. So
the question at this point is, has Immortal...
Oh well, they're going on a lot of stone.
Have they clicked up? That's the question.
It's all about who gets up first.
Who clicked up? Has anyone clicked up?
If neither gets clicked, remember I said that if both AIs are infinitely stuck, then we just do a redo, which might be what we have to do, because they might both be stuck in Stone Age.
You have to give it a little bit longer. Let's see how long.
Yeah. 34 minutes and they're both in Stone Age.
No, the snore factor.
It's all about who finds food, and the problem is none of them explore. Eventually, though, they'll mine the resources out. But then the vills, if they don't explore, the vills will just stand idle, won't they? So we'll have to see.
If they get this berry bush, whoever gets their berry bush,
Because mine obviously, it might have 500 food from all those gazelles. It just hasn't got a second building, right?
Oh, that's true.
In AoE 2, you can program it so if they don't find the berries, then they still build a mill anyway, right? But you can't do that in AoE 1. In AoE 1, they'll only do it if they find somewhere to build it. The problem I'm thinking, where are the explorers? You know?
Yeah, there's no one exploring.
I've been noticing that the exploring seems to happen only at the very start of the game.
Yeah,
it should go on for longer, I think.
This is.
And that's something you can do with the per file. That I should probably try and work on.
This is what I call the snore factor. How long do we sit before we reset the game?
I call this one a draw, to be honest. Because it looks like they can't. Neither I can progress. They can't attack each other because they're stuck.
Whoa. It's a hard call to make.
But we are the admins.
Yep, we are the admins. Call it.
Take one more look at mine, seeing if I've found anything. But yeah, I think that we should just sort of.
Okay.
Regenerate the map and try again.
Let's try this map one more time. And we have understood from the past that AI can make mistakes, just like everything about exploring. So let's try it one more time, and if within 5 minutes, if they don't have their granaries up, we call it.
Okay, so it like 50.
Yeah. Are you is that the strategy?
No, I'm confused.
If it's at 5 minutes game time and they don't have a granary up, we just quit and we regenerate a new map.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Okay, is that okay?
Is 5 minutes long enough?
I think so. They should have a granary up by that point.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, you would do on 2.0, but I don't know about 4.0, but because there seem to be. They have vills stand around a little bit more, but probably, yeah. We'll do it like that then.
Okay. So this is attempt 2.
I'll put it in the settings for the tournament. If AI doesn't have a granary up. Oh, well, both the granary and a storage pit, right?
Okay.
Doesn't have.
I mean, this is something that we all have to.
I think it's easy to find wood, though, isn't it?
So 2 mats, no granary yet.
I'll just say granary because I think if they get the granary up first and they don't have a storage pit, then they probably will make one. They'll be chopping stragglers, won't they? So, okay. If by 5 minutes don't.
We've got 1 more minute here.
AI doesn't.
Oh, we've got 1 granary up. Red found their granary.
What game time is it?
It's 5 minutes. Red has their granary though.
Well, mine doesn't, so we have to restart.
Okay.
We maybe restart, but then extend that maybe.
Okay. So are you saying?
What's on the edge of the map again? Wasn't it the berries that they didn't find? Mine didn't find it. The berries were on my AI's berries were on the edge of the map.
Yeah. So are we stating? Are we stating to quit the game?
Yeah, we have to because it's been over. We can't change it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
But let's, shall we say 8 minutes instead? Or should we stick it with
I think we've already caught it for 5 minutes. Let's just say 5.
Okay.
So green players. 2 players map.
Our last game we went for 45 minutes before, but we hadn't seen that before, have we? So.
Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Players. 2 players. 3 players. Units. Player 1.
So I think it's the exploration, my profile's exploration rules. But to be fair, the game before, the default AI per didn't fight. They found it, but they still got stuck.
Inside that one that we just generated, they had their their granary, but you did not. So this is.
But actually, the first game. Do you remember they had the granary?
Yeah. Everyone
as well.
Yeah, that was very odd setup. Okay. Are you ready?
Still didn't. Yeah.
Okay, let's try this out.
Such a suspense for actually. Is it last match? I can't remember. Or if there's another.
So this is still 2-3. I mean, it's 2-1. Yamato.
Oh yeah, so it could be the last match. Yeah.
It could be.
But mine has a chance.
Still is. All depends.
The berries, looks like the berries have been found this time at least.
But have they? Yep.
What about mine?
Yep.
Yeah, this is better.
Yep.
More like a normal game.
Never like seeing, the AI not find its berries. But I think that's fair that if we have to restart it because both players have not found their berries.
No, it's if one hasn't, right?
Okay, if one has not found...
Remember, we already, last game, Martin didn't find, but if one of them doesn't find the berries,
but then
we restart. Because it means that the AI just had a critical bug at the start of the game, so it doesn't really count, right?
Right. But do we only do that after 40 minutes?
If it's before...
After a 40-minute wait?
No, then at the 40... if both AIs get stuck for a long while...
Yeah.
I think that you just have to do that one by judgment. I mean that restart the game if one AI doesn't find it by 5 minutes, right?
And that only happens after we have a game where both of them have been stuck in the Dark Age for a century, right?
No, I'm confused because it could happen.
Well, let's
anytime, right?
Let's just talk about it after, because right now it's confusing.
Yeah, because I put it in the rules, right?
Let's just focus on this game right now.
I said, if by 5 minutes one of the AIs doesn't have a granary, then restart.
Okay. Oh. I think we just need to discuss, that farther. But right now, let's just enjoy this game for what it is. Is that in a Word document? Is that what you're using?
No, it's in the settings for the Improv Highland on challenge.
Okay.
In the description, I updated it.
I was
because the idea is that you don't really want an AI to
glitch out
lose
like
a
that.
match because you don't want to say, okay, so they've lost that just because they didn't build the granary.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's something they both get. It's like a right?
Yeah.
If the other AI had that happen, then it gets restarted as well.
Yeah. Yep. I totally
also, in the
agree.
first 5 minutes, it's not like the other. It's not like it's ruined the build up of the other AI because it's only 5 minutes in, right?
Yeah. So I guess it's like what you talked about earlier about 5 minutes. That might be too early of a time. So, would you say 10 minutes or 5 minutes?
I'd say in between, like 8 minutes is what I'd say, about 8 minutes.
Okay, I think that is fair. So why don't you increase it to 8?
Some AIs are even in tool age by 10 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, 8 minutes is
not usable, but yeah.
But we shouldn't be.
That's a good compromise.
I'm just afraid that we're going to be restarting every single match because we don't see a granary or whatever go up.
We can always increase it.
Yeah. So 10. So 8 minutes. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. If you still feel it, we could do not. What about 9 minutes?
Okay. That's. I was just thinking that 5 minutes.
10 minutes feels a little too. 10 minutes does feel a bit too late, but 9's kind of okay, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
8 minutes is probably perfect, but I guess 9 just in case. So it's possible that they could find the granary late and still find the berries late and still do okay, right?
Let's see what this game is about right here. So we're both inside Fool's Age here. Both AI are inside Fool's Age. You've got your Axeman out.
So will my AI attack?
That's the question. They have a few.
Neither is doing much exploring. Yeah. I think Phil's almost finding each other because they're sort of hunting in similar areas.
Might be attacking or.
It's like I put my gathering percentages of. It looks that they might soon. I'm not sure. I put my gathering percentages for. Oh, they're in Bronze Age already. See my eyes. They only attacked in the first game. Oh dear. Yeah, I put my gathering percentages for stone gathering as 0%, but they still gather it. They don't make a single tower or use any of the stone. The whole AI script. And I put it on 0%, they still gather stone. This is just, you can't seem to control the gathering percentages much. My AI is in trouble.
That first game was pretty good, but struggling since that point.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny because I kind of did really well the first game, but I did say that I think this is the weakest of my 4 AIs. But that first game, I was really impressed with the first game, but they attacked so quick as well. First game they attacked before they even had Axemen, right? So I feel like if they don't attack by the time they have Axemen in, then they're probably not going to attack.
It's not too late to correct a mistake. Yes. So,
At least the issue is I won't make much military now. So, the thing is, if Yamato doesn't attack, then my AI could win by Yamato not attacking, and then mine gets struck by an H. This might be. Do you remember that really long one with Centurion? We were thinking about maybe the other AI making a wonder. This looks like it might be a bit like that one.
I'm thinking that, but I think that Yamato's strategy really is to get these towers up, and then he starts producing units. So
yeah, but I mean, if Yamato's not in Find Mine, like, why hasn't Yamato attacked with the Clubmen, for example? Does that mean he's not ready Find Mine?
I don't know yet.
Or it might be that he just doesn't have a large enough army to attack yet. But I'm gonna look at my per file a bit to see if I've got any randomness in my attacking. Okay.
Something is causing. I know we don't like comparing scores, but something is causing these to be so drastically apart, and I don't know why that is.
Well, we do know, because what you can do is you can go into achievements.
Yeah, so let's take a look here. So it's technology.
Yeah.
So that's really contributing.
Bronze Age first, but also I think you can. There's a way to see how much points each of those. It might have just been in the game manual, but it does. I think maybe I just read the manual a lot as a kid. But I used to know how, because I know some of the points. It's something like you get 50 points for every one of those yes things.
And that helps.
Like largest army, yes, 50 points. Most villages, yes, 50 points. That kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as if mine gets to Iron Age, then mine's got a chance. Because Yamato needs to attack to win this game, right?
Yep. They need to attack right now.
It does get quite deadly in Iron Age once the horse archers come out, right?
Yeah, there's horse archers definitely.
The horse archers is their main unit. Let me see again what its main unit is. 15 horse archers, 5 catapults, and 2 priests. It makes.
Just depends on who attacks and when.
Mm-hmm.
If they attack and still win this, but if you
yeah, this might be a bit like the. Do you remember the game with Centurion when he sat in his base for ages? He still ended up winning in the end.
Yeah.
But that's because his final composition was more powerful, right? But in this game, my late game might be better. But at the moment, I'm dead. So it was all about if you get attacked, wasn't it? Because all I've got is 4 chariots here. Yeah, there we go, GG. They still won one game. The first game, it looked really strong, didn't it, the first game?
Oh, okay. We'll call it ease.
Yeah, it looked really strong the first game, but since then it just wasn't down.
Alright. So thought that was fairly even until the end. Let's set up the next match. Who do we have?
Oh no, it's the same as the Shang. You know, Invasion Force Land against Shang Archers. That was 3-1 as well. Shang Archers managed to take one game. That was a similar sort of thing. Well, we have Immortal Samaria against Syrian Land Sesmit 01.
Okay.
So my newest one. Have you checked that you've got that one? You downloaded the zipper because you didn't have.
Let's see here. Okay.
But first, the first one is you have to set them up. Yeah, Immortal Samaria, which I'm a bit scared about because that might be one of the stronger ones. Yeah.
Default Sumeria. And then
Yeah, these Immortal AIs are quite good.
we have.
Oh, it is there by the looks of it if you go up. Because it's near the top. It begins with A.
What was his name again?
Syrian Lancer Smith 01.
There he is.
Yeah, and they pairs the same name.
All right. Okay. I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we have to generate the new map.
Yeah.
So let's do that. Players. 2 players.
This is my latest AI, and I didn't. It's the only one I've done it. The last time I did an AI where I didn't copy it while I was playing was cheeky. So this is the last. This is the first AI I made without copying my gameplay. I just sort of put this up.
So how
since cheeky in 2018.
So how close do you think? How good do you think your AI is at close range games?
I think it's better in close range games. This one's like more similar to the Hittite one, maybe a bit better. I'm not sure, but this one's like more aggressive early on, and but it has a better Bronze Age time though, so it can be aggressive and still have quite a good Bronze Age time.
I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to end the recording and start a new recording because I think this needs to be a separate video.
Okay then.
So let's do that. I'm going to save this. So I'm stopping the recording.